Hey everyone, it's me, Whimsy. Thanks for tuning in to my midnight meditations. I did this meditation last night. I jotted it down. I was busy today with patients, and also I got a bunch of teas out for people that ordered them. So this is my one shot to let you know about the remote views I did last night. The first remote view had to do with the economy and the rise of homelessness and people who are being forced into nomadic living, etc. I know a lot of people are upset about the changes in the economy, but think about it as a problem that's been growing for a very, very long time. We've had problems with healthcare, bankruptcies. As we have an aging population, we're going to have more people getting sick if your health is not covered, etc. So I don't think the solution is to tell everyone that everything is going to be great, everything's going to be great, when we are quite clearly bankrupted and in the middle of a pandemic that's killed 500,000 Americans, and homelessness is everywhere and rising, and the number one cause of bankruptcy is people not being able to pay their medical bills. So we're all vulnerable. We all can have a catastrophic event, particularly if you don't have family to turn to. That's one of the things we keep talking about on this channel. I don't want to be Debbie Downer, but I don't personally think we should have a Skid Row. I don't believe in Skid Row. The fact that we've gotten comfortably numb with things that are unacceptable. It's unacceptable that there should be homeless people in America. Skid Row is unacceptable. It's our responsibility to become more actively involved in our government, both on a local level and on the state, federal level, because I don't want to live in a world like this where vulnerable people, if you have a medical condition, you're not mentally ill now, but what if, God forbid, a doctor prescribes a drug that you become addicted to through no fault of your own, and then, you become part of the opioid crisis, or you wind up in an accident with a head injury or some other, it can happen to all of us. We always want to think, oh, it won't happen to me, it won't happen to me. All of us are human beings. It isn't us versus them. We're, it's just one planet. And I think that the more empowering thing to do is to have a real conversation about this rising problem, to stop being in denial, to stop creating fantasies about what happened in our own lives, our own childhoods. That's not enlightenment. I don't see that as enlightenment when I meditate. I see that as just a story I used to tell myself in order to cope with the fact that horrible things happened. When I feel like, for me, my great awakening was coming to terms with the truth of what happened and having the strength to say, okay, what do I need to do to fix it? That was my enlightenment. So as long as we're a country that allows Skid Row to happen, because we all just turn our heads and say, I hope it doesn't happen to me. And if I stay away from these people, I don't want to have anything to do with these people because I'm afraid it's going to happen to me. No, this is a problem. We need to wake up America. We need to take care of our own. Pretending that you can't get addicted to a drug, or pretending that you're never going to, I'm sorry if I'm being hostile, but I'm so tired of vulnerable people being blamed. Many of the people that wind up on the street, foster children, who through no fault of their own wind up on the street homeless because they had to escape life-threatening situations, and they didn't pick their parents. That's another story people in this community like to say so that they, again, don't have to get involved. But we have 500,000 children in the system, many with severe physical disabilities. So I'm not trying to make I'm not Debbie Downer. That's not where I'm coming from. I think personally, true spirituality is about having the strength to have your eyes open, and to carry on in a world where there is suffering with the skills to deal with the fact that there's suffering in the world. That is a very steely-eyed, realist, modern Buddhist approach. What's the problem? How do we fix it? So I think it's very obvious when you look at our rising homelessness, what happened in Texas, what's happening all over the country, what's happening to seniors in the United States, the fact that we don't even have health care. It's obvious that we have a problem. So that is the first remote view I wanted to just get off my chest. Now, the second thing I wanted to talk about in tonight's remote is I wanted to talk a little bit about what is going on in the Senate. I did remotes on a couple of people in the Senate, starting with the first person that I did a remote view of was Ted Cruz. And with Ted Cruz, he was an extremely insecure person. I went into his energy and I felt like he had been the fat, pudgy guy in school that nobody liked. He had a massive chip on his shoulder and nobody wanted to play with him. Nobody wanted to hang out with him. And so he's constantly desperate to get people to like him. That was kind of the impression I got of Ted Cruz. I looked into the energy of the Texas governor briefly, and I feel like he is breaking with Ted Cruz, so much so that he would like to see Ted Cruz replaced. That there may be a point at which the Texas governor is calling, sorry, I didn't take Allegra today, sorry. The Texas governor may be calling for his replacement. I also got the impression when I sat in the energy of the Texas governor, I felt myself say the following things: tough decisions ahead, serious overhaul of the Texas energy grid. Folks are hurting and it's not being reported. He said that much livestock was lost because we did not have adequate generators. So the amount of livestock lost in Texas was not reported. I also looked at Murkousky, and it's very, very likely that Senator Murkousky will become an independent. I was really kind of shocked at how disgusted she was with the Republican Party. I had a statement from her. She basically said that she was completely disgusted with the Republican Party, and she just basically said that she was completely disgusted with the Republican Party, and that, I'm completely disgusted with all of you. She said, I'm completely disgusted with all of you, and don't threaten me. She's ready to go independent, and she no longer considers herself a member of the GOP. So that's what I got from Murkousky. She was very upset, and she was yelling at McConnell, and she said, don't you threaten me. So she's sick of this threats by other Republicans, and that they all have to get into lockstep, or they're not going to get money, or they're going to be this, or they're going to be that. So she's really pulling away. When I went into Mitt Romney, he felt beaten down. He no longer identifies as a Republican either. But it's more like his head was bowed in just a grief, whereas she was defiant and angry. So I don't think that either of those votes are reliable. Susan Collins maybe, but not those two. The last remote I did today was on, I did a little entertainment. I know you guys like to sometimes look at celebrities, but Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. And what I got was when I put myself in, when I put myself in her shoes, the first thing I felt was that someone was choking me. That somebody was trying to choke me, and that they were paranoid, and they were making paranoid accusations against me, and I feared for my life that I might be choked to death. Now, I'm not saying that that really is happening, or I want to not make any misinformation, but that was the vision in the meditation, was that she felt threatened, that was being choked, that she thought this person could kill her. When I put myself in Kanye West energy, it became an escalating paranoia, paranoid accusations, paranoid choking her, telling her, "You're trying to take my children away. What kind of a human being would take my children away from me? Only a witch." So then he begins to have this paranoid feeling that she is a witch and her mother is a witch, and they're witches that are trying to take his children away. And so it became this psychosis. And, whether or not it's real, whether or not it's my imagination, and whether or not it's an actual thing that's going on, when I did the meditation and put myself in the shoes of those two individuals, that's where I found myself. All right, so those are the remotes. I'm just going to put this up without editing it. I know I'm going to get a lot of dislikes because of what I said about the homeless, but yeah, I speak my truth here. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. Love and light. And if you're still trying to get in for a reading, you can go to tarotwithwhimsy.com/services. We'll take you to the services page. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next time. Bye.